Hi everyone! How are we all doing? Stuck at home? Cooking is good, isn't it? It's the best thing to do when you're stuck indoors. Trouble is it puts on the pounds a bit, doesn't it? So today I thought I'd show you how to make a jelly. It's a very simple thing, but I do love jelly, and you can have it with ice cream and custard and all sorts. So what we're going to make is a jelly. This is a strawberry jelly. Here's one I made earlier. Wibble wobble, wonderful stuff. To make a jelly, you will obviously need certain ingredients and equipment. Along with this video are some pieces of paper that you can print off, some lists. So you can print them off to go shopping, and you can get all the little bits and pieces out of your cupboards. But I'll show you what we've got here. So you obviously need a jelly, which come in various flavours. We've got blackcurrant, orange, raspberry, strawberry. They all work exactly the same. The different makes are exactly the same. So you choose your favourite jelly. Okay. Then you will need some water, but that just comes out the tap, doesn't it? That's easy. And ice cubes, if you've got them, that helps as well. It helps to set it more quickly. And then to finish it off, we've got some hundreds and thousands or Smarties, so they're the treats at the end. So they're the ingredients you need, really. The things you need to make it with is a measuring jug with the measures up the side. It can be plastic, it doesn't matter. You'll need a pair of scissors, a spoon to stir it all with, a bowl to set it in the fridge with at the end, and some cling film just to cover it up when we put it in the fridge. So these are all on a separate sheet of paper which you can print off. Okay, here we go. Jelly time. I've chosen a strawberry jelly. That's my favourite. So what you need to do is to find at the back there's a little tab, and if you just pull it like mad, it should tear. If it doesn't, use your scissors. So you're just going to take the wrapper off, and out comes, whoa! Out comes the jelly. Slippery, yes? They're slippery things. They're very sort of slimy, but they're meant to be like that. That's all right. Okay, so if you've got scissors, that's great. It's just a lot easier. You can actually see it's got marks down it there. You can just cut the jelly, whoops, and then cut it into cubes. It actually helps to dissolve it if you cut it into smaller cubes. When I was born a long, long time ago, they used to be in little cubes like this, and they dissolve a lot easier. But if you haven't got scissors, can't use scissors, it's not a problem. You just grab it and you stick your thumbs through the middle like that, and you tear. And it doesn't matter how it tears, you can just stick your thumb through it and rip it into pieces like that. Yeah. The smaller you can get it, the easier it is to dissolve. But it is a funny old feeling. It's very slippery, so if you've got clean worktops, it doesn't matter if you drop it on the thing, you can just pick it up again. It's part of the fun of a jelly. And maybe I shouldn't say this, but when I was a little girl, I used to ask my mum for a cube of jelly. We used to love it, just to nibble on a cube of jelly. And they used to tell us that it was good for our nails and our hair. I'm never quite sure, it's a bit like eating your crusts, isn't it? So we're nearly there. Right, so it's all that. And I suggest you wash your hands afterwards, because you're all sticky and slimy and you'll drop things. So just wash your hands. Right, now we're going to fill the jug up to about a quarter of a pint. I still work in pints. Quarter of a pint, or what is it, 150 mils, roughly. It really doesn't matter. Just with cold water, okay? So I'll go to the tap, and I'll hold it as steady as I can, and just put water into about a quarter of a pint. It's no good looking at it like that, because it's tipping, all right? So when you're measuring, you need to put it down on a surface, on a flat surface, and then get down and look at it straight on. And then you get a proper measure with cold water. Okay, if you've got a microwave, we're going to do it in a microwave. If you haven't, I'll tell you what to do in a minute. So we are going to put this in the microwave. Put it just off centre maybe. I always have a piece of kitchen roll in the microwave, saves spillages. Pop it in the microwave, maybe for, let's try a minute. So we'll set it for a minute, not 10 seconds as I usually do, that's right, and start it. And that should dissolve the jelly. Here we go. Right, so that's had 1 minute. Let's have a look. Let's take it out. Hold the measuring jug by its handle because it could be quite hot. It's not too bad, but it could be quite hot there. Take it out and with your spoon stir it. It's sort of thick on the bottom. It's sort of thick on the bottom, but once you start stirring, I think that's dissolved. No lumps. There we go. 1 minute. Should be perfect. Alternatively, if you haven't got a microwave, boiling water, boil your kettle up, be careful please, alright, and then you've got your jelly cubes in there. So I'm going to fill this up to, I think, 300 mils. Let me just check. It's on the, yes, up to 300 mils with boiling water. Hold the handle of the jug while you're doing it. You're dealing with boiling water here. And just keep on stirring. And slowly but surely, those jelly cubes will slowly disappear. Move the kettle out of the way. All right, but please be careful because this way you are going to end up with a lot hotter jelly. And if you get boiling jelly on you, it'll stick and hurt. And just as an aside, what do you do if you burn yourself in the kitchen? You put your hand, if you burnt your hand, you put it straight under cold water. Get rid of that burning item. There we go. That was quick, wasn't it? All dissolved. There we are. Okay. Okay. So here I have the jelly that I made in the microwave. So there's less of that. And here's the jelly that we've made with the boiling water. So we need to make it up to 300 millilitres before we add the ice cubes. This one is already at 300 millilitres, so that's fine, but it's quite hot. This is the microwave one, which is slightly less. So I'm just going to add some water, just cold water out the tap, until it comes up to 300. There we are. And we'll give that one a bit of a stir. So they're exactly the same, only this one is all boiling water. Move that out of the way for you. This one's all boiling water, whereas this one is actually slightly cooler because I did it in the microwave with less hot water, but they will turn out exactly the same. So what I'm going to do now, might as well make both. Shall I make both? And we'll see how quickly they set. So I'm going to use a spoon because I don't want to splash boiling jelly. So I'm going to put some ice cubes into the jelly. You can just add cold water, but it'll take longer to set, and I can't wait for my jelly. I like my jelly. So just add, and that one shoots off the floor. Add ice cubes until it comes up to the 1 pint or 500 mils. Let's just do this one. There we go. And then you just keep stirring while the ice cube, and the ice cubes chill it down quicker than just cold water. And I think with this one, because the jelly was so hot, it will actually melt all the ice cubes quite quickly, and that'll be okay. But with the other jelly, which is actually slightly cooler anyway, because we did it in the microwave, we'll do the same and put the ice cubes in. We'll try not to send them skidding across the floor this time. So we'll make it all up to, so it's about a glass full of ice, isn't it, roughly speaking? So you could get them out of your ice cube tray and put them in a glass. It's easier than trying to break your ice cubes in. And we do the same with this. But you will find this will set a lot quicker because we're starting off with jelly that is cooler right from the word go. So keep stirring, especially the one you've done in the microwave, because it soon sets. This one will stay quite liquid and the ice cubes are slowly disappearing and I think they will all disappear in that one. This one we might find it's sort of, I can feel it thickening already. So when it starts to get a little thicker, we might have to just take the ice cubes out. Now, I've been stirring for a while, and this, I don't know if you can see, this is the one that we did with the boiling water, and the ice is nearly gone, look. There's almost no bits of ice there. So, but it's still very liquid. That's fine, that's fine. It started off hotter, so it's going to take longer to set. So that one we can just leave now, as long as that we might be, if you wanted to, you could just take out the odd bits of ice that's left, throw them in the sink. That's it, that one's fine, okay? But it's still quite liquid. This one, however, as I think, can the camera see, it's quite jelly, isn't it? I can't pour this now. Look, it's setting. Yummy, yeah. So what we need to do now is we need to get rid of these ice cubes. So sort of one at a time maybe. Just scoop them out. They'll come to the top more or less. Scoop out those ice cubes because we don't need them anymore. Try not to throw away too much jelly as you go. Just throw them in the sink. Oh, look, we've got a few in there. It doesn't matter if there's the odd little one left. That will just dissolve in the jelly anyway. So we'll get rid of the big lumps. And it's sort of setting as you do it. So maybe maybe you should get rid of these a little bit sooner. It's all very interesting doing this on video. There's one. There's one. Oh, found a big one down the bottom there, hiding down the bottom. There we go. There's the odd little ones, but they'll be fine. So we'll give that a good. Oh, I'm going to take that one out as well. There we go. So can you see how it's? Oh, she says all jellified. So what I'm going to do now is pour that, which you would do with the other one as well. Oh, there's a bit of an ice cube as well. Pour that into my bowl. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of tiddly ones in there, but they'll be fine. So that is actually beginning to set already, whereas that one is still very, very liquid. So I'm doing two at a time here. So what I will do now is just cover it with cling film. Cover that one with cling film. You don't have to put it in a thing if you want to serve it looking nice. It's in a bowl. I get through that much jelly. I leave it in the jug. I just spoon it out when I want some. But if it's for, well, one day when we can have people round again, which will be lovely, you'll be able to do a jelly for them and make it look all pretty. You could put it in a bowl. That'll be nice, won't it, when we have to start seeing our friends again. So there we are. That one's begun to set. That one hasn't, but we put it in the fridge for, depends. This one will probably set within a couple of hours. This might need, the really liquid one might need 4-5 hours. So make it at lunchtime for your tea. So we'll put it in the fridge. It's covered, so that's all right. So in it goes, one in there. And the jug can go there. Any shelf, doesn't matter. Shut the fridge. And we have a jelly setting. Jelly has set. A wonderful jelly. So you can have it, as I say, with ice cream or custard or just on its own. But what I'm going to do, I'll just show you. I'll just get a spoon, and you can put a bit of jelly in the bowl there. Little bowl, big bowl, depends how much jelly you like. All right. And then I've got some ice cream. a different spoon. I'd get a nice blob of ice cream. There we go. We could put a jelly and ice cream. We lived on that when we were little. Okay, that's there. And then, just to make it look pretty, you could have some hundreds and thousands. Don't sprinkle, well, you can do if you want to, but all goes everywhere. I always put some in my hand first, and then you've got more control over where it goes. So it's going all over the worktop. So we'll put some on there. And I do love Smarties. Do you like Smarties? So we could have, what colour Smarties have we got here? We could have a red Smartie and a green Smartie and a yellow Smartie, an orange Smartie and a yellow Smartie. Anything you like. And there you have, with a teaspoon. Lasts longer with a teaspoon, doesn't it? Take rid of that, get rid of that. And there you have your jelly and ice cream for pudding. Enjoy and see you again next time.